What's up, blockheads? With this music in the background, we're gonna get demonetized, so I need to go ask Chris if we can turn it down for just a little bit, and he's gonna get mad at me. So I'd love to be able to turn the camera around to show my reaction and being sheepish. Thanks, bro. All right, guys, so this is a 2008 Harley-Davidson Dyna lowrider, 96 cubic inch twin cam. So this is one of the OG lowriders from Harley-Davidson. You guys know we've got Dyna lowrider S's, which is one of my favorites on the channel. I've got an engine for one over there and also a frame, and we're going to be rebuilding that thing from the frame up. We also have Softail lowrider S's, Softail lowriders. So yeah, pretty iconic bike for Harley. So this is a bike we recently acquired for a pretty good deal. Wouldn't have scooped it up otherwise. The original plan was to basically take this bike as well as the RC51 and trade both of these in towards the lowrider ST over there that we're giving away. If you guys aren't aware of that, we are giving away a brand new 2022 Harley-Davidson lowrider ST. So if you guys do want to sign up for that, head over to blockheadmoto.com, select a tier, sign up, select a tier, and you're in. The original plan was to basically take this bike to take the RC51. If you guys haven't seen a video, if I haven't made a video talking about, I sold my RC51 in order to basically get the lowrider ST to give away to you guys. But yeah, the plan was to trade this towards it also, but the trade-in value that they offered me for this was just super terrible, like ridiculous. So I'm talking Sportster level pricing. And so I talked to Chris about it, and I was like, hey, this is what they're offering. I don't feel like getting rid of it for that much. What do you think we should do with it? And it was basically like, you guys have requested for us to work on twin cams, because, you know, a lot of you guys out there have twin cams. And so this was kind of a really cool opportunity to, instead of trade it in, take it, build it out, and sell it. So this bike is going to be for sale whenever we are done building it out. Now, we do have a couple ideas. We want to do it club style just because, you know, very popular, ergonomically friendly. You know, it's always a good look, especially with a lowrider. It's a classic. Chris is wanting to do black and seafoam green, so that plus white walls, which I think would be a pretty cool color combination. However, we do want for it to be, you know, a little different, but then obviously, since we're selling it, appeal to a broader audience. So seafoam green is in the running. Chris has an obsession with seafoam, even back to the days of wanting to paint the bathroom here seafoam green for some reason. You remember those days? Because you just happen to have extra at your house, extra paint?
I did.
You still have it?
I do.
Yeah. So he wants to use his house paint on this bike to make it seafoam green. Just kidding.
Seafoam, it's aquamarine, teal, but one of them poppy colors. Yeah. Seafoam's a bit more muted of those.
So Chris's idea was basically to leave the black, and then where like the silver and stuff is, to make that seafoam green, so almost like pinstriping, removing the Harley-Davidson logo, doing it like the minimal barn shield and seafoam green on that as well. I want obviously to change the seat because the seat on this thing is rough. It's kind of ripped up. Also the bags, they tend to like rattle a little bit whenever you're riding, so I'm gonna be taking the bags off, the seat off, the sissy bar off. We'll get like LEDs, lay down plate. We're gonna change the bars. We're gonna do maybe T-bars or like risers and like MX style bars, and then a fairing, like I said, club style. And then in terms of the aesthetic, it's kind of up in the air right now whether we should do straight up club style or something like, I think something classic vintage vibes, so like seafoam green and black would be really cool, or like seafoam green, black, and cream, and then some white wall tires I think would look really sick. It could come out super clean on a club style build. But you guys let us know your thoughts. Like I said, we are going to be selling the bike whenever we are done with it, so I guess I'm going to go ahead and get to taking the bags off and the sissy bar just so we can kind of see underneath that. It's already got a crash bar, which is kind of cool. Yeah, hopefully we can pass a good deal on to you guys, and after we clean it up a bit and make it something cool. All right, guys, so I was originally just planning on taking off the bags and the sissy bar. In order to get the sissy bar off, the fender dropped out. So I was basically like, well, the back fender's off. Might as well just go ahead and take it down and let's just start building it. So that's what's happening.
Funny how that evolved too.
Right? Yeah, it's like, oh, the fender's off. Because I had the bolts were too long, so I would have had to even find new bolts to get the original fairing back on, or the fender back on. So I'm taking the tank off. Basically got the bolt on the back and bolt on the front, and this part, the it's called the crossover, right?
It's crossover fuel line. Yep.
So crossover fuel line. I know once you take this off, it leaks. Now, one of the things that we bought when we were at Harbor Freight were these little vice grips, which Chris said were useful for just this job.
For those of you that have newer hose, because this is old and dry rotted. Not that.
What is that for? Oh, for new rubber?
Lines. Yeah, you squeeze it and then you slide this up and it applies pressure.
Okay, cool.
But again, if you have good rubber, I don't advise using this because it crushes it. You can't really control how much you're squeezing. That's plastic. It's a little bit easier.
Okay.
Works better.
Specialty tool.
But you can use this and you'll end up with little flats in it. You know, the vice grip teeth marks.
So here's the cool thing. Clamp off one side, and then Chris has this hose like pre-made up. So it's got a bolt in the end of it, a hose clamp, and the hose. And so basically, whenever we cut this piece of metal here and remove this hose, it's gonna leak fuel.
A lot. Quickly.
A lot of fuel very quickly, hence why we have the rack there. And so this is already pre-done, so you can basically remove that, put your finger over it, and then put this hose over that leaking fuel. So it'll stop it.
Getting your finger out of the way and the hose on, because at the same time gas is spraying out at you. So this will be comical for me to watch you do this.
Great, thanks. You want to hold the camera?
All right, now you got that off. Didn't lose much gas yet.
Ah! Still leaking on that side.
It's gonna leak a smidge. You're fine.
Okay.
It'll stop leaking. Now the fun part, right here. Oh, look at him go.
Damn it. Tank
and I want to do what you do to me. What are we doing here? I can't see it. What's going on over here? Oh, making a mess. All right, not too shabby.
Woo! That wasn't too bad, right? No. You seen worse?
Oh yeah.
All right.
My favorite's when you've got the other little plug in your hand and everything's slippery and it falls out of your hand and you're like, oh shit, you're stuck with one finger and you're like, oh no, I hope it fell within reach.
That would suck.
Because you know the laws of motorcycle, it goes far away to the opposite side.
That's the laws of wrenching, man. Yeah, it's like you drop it right here, but somehow it ends up like on the dyno room. You're like,
it hits your foot,
yeah,
it just runs.
Physics
like,
just is like, you know what? I don't feel like being physics right now. So got to get that off of there now, which is going to be fun, wandering it around the neck and not taking these lines off. Yay. All right, guys, we are back and it is time to take these bars off. After the bars, I'm going to get to the wheels and then we'll get to the finer disassembly of all of this stuff. We'll probably put it up on the lift here. Chris is going to get mad at me, but there we go. Guys, so got it down to framing cases, all the parts that's actually going to be having painted. So we're going to go paint, and then disassembling the wheels, and we're going to do powder on those. We're also going to get powder on the front forks because they are nice and scuffed up. So we got some disassembly to do, basically like license plate stuff, the hubs, the pulleys, the rotors, and then like some of the electronics and stuff on the gas tank. Should be able to snip the harness there and then just pull it out Pulled the guts out, also gonna debadge because we're gonna go with custom Harley badging. I'm thinking maybe like a teal, black, and white walls, but we'll see. Couple things. Number one, as I'm basically going through and like tearing this bike down to the frame and the cases, it's super cool to be able to look back on like where I started with motorcycles. I mean, obviously, like, you know, we own a shop, but it's super cool to look back to where I started and like how timid I was working on like an air cleaner or installing like passenger pegs, and then to go from that, you know, 5 years ago to being able to confidently wrench on a bike and get it down to this level, to the point where like I know I can take it down to here and I can pretty much take everything apart here and then reassemble it and re-put it back on the bike, and I'm confident that it's all together and that it's going to run well and that it's solid. So yeah, it's super cool. It's super like validating to be able to do that and take it down to this point, and then, you know, customize it, you know, have the resources that we do in order to be able to like contact powder coater painters and like express an idea and have them basically nail that idea that we have. And so I'm really curious as to what you guys want to see with this budget build. Obviously we're focusing on aesthetic at the moment, so like a lot of the stuff, you know, for paint and powder that's visually, you know, it's gonna look great. Like I said, I was kind of thinking teal just because you don't see it so much, but the primary color would be black, complementary color would be teal, and then you've got bits of chrome, and then I was thinking white wall tires, you know, have that classic vintage vibe because teal lends itself well to that, with the chrome as well and the white walls. That all just says classic to me. And then having it club style with like some taller bars, T-bars or risers and MX style bars, and then a fairing also painted in that same paint scheme, primary black but complementary teal, I think would look really, really nice. It would be a nice mix of like modern and vintage vibes. But y'all let me know what you would want to see. Like I said, this is a build that we're doing that is going to be for sale because we'd like to build this out, sell it, and then put that right back into the shop. So with running a business, we do have expenses. An example, the dyno room that we're building over here definitely was a little bit more costly than what I imagined, but it's something that we absolutely need. We've also been looking at some fan options, which, you know, are costly as well. If you guys have ever run a business or tried to, you know, do something that's a grand project, you guys know what I'm saying when it comes to expenses, business expenses. So obviously I want this to be something that you guys are really going to dig and that y'all will be receptive to possibly purchasing. We don't usually have bikes for ourselves that we customize and build out with the intention of selling. Usually we build them ourselves, like this one here, with the intention of giving them away. But with this one, yeah, we're going to be selling it. So let me know what you guys want to see. We're definitely trying to, I don't know, cater to maybe a little bit of a different audience, but I think teal would be super cool. If you guys are interested in purchasing it before seeing the final vision, let me know. Be sure to hit us up, info@blockheadmoto.com. I think that's it for the episode. Next up, I'm going to be taking all this stuff down, dropping it off at powder, dropping it off at paint. We'll be keeping up with that, seeing how it all comes together. This might be like, I would say 2 to 3 episodes on this bike, from basically tearing it down. So tear down, that'll be episode 1. Taking all this apart, getting it customized, dropping it off, paint, powder, getting it back would be episode 2. And then reassembly, getting it all back together, up and running again, would be episode 3. Runs great, 6-speed. The bike sounds absolutely amazing with the slip-ons. We are going to do a different exhaust to it, you know, traditional club style 2-to-1, maybe an upswept, something TBR, Bassani, something like that. A couple items on the way forward already, but that's kind of where we're at right now with this build. So I know y'all have wanted to see a budget build for a little bit on something a little bit older, so I hope this is of interest to you guys. If it is, do me a favor, be sure to hit the subscribe button so you can keep up with it. Hit the bell icon also so it sends you notifications of future uploads and activity. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode and this part of the process of getting it down to the point where we're going to start getting those custom parts. We might take a little bit more off in terms of like getting it powdered. Usually we like to do the push rod tubes as well, the lower rocker covers. So if we were to do a teal, it'd be like a nice teal on the lower rocker, leave the top chrome, and then like, you know, chrome, teal on the caps, chrome here, and then teal on the covers, the tappet covers. I'm gonna go over it with Chris probably tomorrow, and we're gonna start taking the rest of this stuff down too. So anyways, yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the episode. If you did, do me a huge favor, hit that like button. It lets YouTube know that we're doing a good job. Like I said, if you guys aren't subscribed yet and you want to continue to see motorcycle content like this, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell icon also so it sends you notifications of future uploads and activity. Until next time, thank you guys so much for watching. Until next time, y'all ride safe out there, stay vigilant. I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace.